they were never heard from again.
That boss is very annoying, even on the easiest difficulty. I'm gonna go normal mode. Normal mode. I can talk, I swear. This doesn't eliminate any potential hard mode bosses for later. Specifically Gatuso, that boss we were fighting, specifically Gatuso is a difficulty curve. So, I'm not saying like no more hard mode. We will do hard mode for other bosses, most likely, assuming they're not annoying like that. This is only for Gatuso. This is only temporary. Temporary. Kill the wolves first. The pups. How much HP do you have on normal? I have to check. That's a lot less. So much less, which I'm all down for. That's like 30% less than you had on hard mode, which I can manage with. Plus, you're doing a lot less damage. Alright, that one's dead. Alright, it's not gonna reach, so don't do it. Get caught by the flower. I need to knock you down somehow. I don't understand the knockdown in this game. I'm trying to get the secret mission so I can just wallop on you. Maybe I should. How does the knockdown work? I just do not understand it. Oh, there we go. I think you just have to hit him. So, like, Carol can knock him down. Alright, now we can just get back to beating on them. Gatuso, stop this. This monster is so infamous, people refer to it by its name. Like, people don't say that wolf boss. They say Gatuso just because of how infamous this boss is. Yeah, normal mode is not really posing... It's having enough challenge, but it's not, like, downright impossible like hard mode was. It's not being as annoying as hard mode, which is fine. Which I'm fine with a little challenge, but hard mode seems like... It doesn't seem doable unless I grind a few levels, which I'm not about. Like, unless I grind, hard mode is not gonna happen. This is going a lot better. Like, still a challenge if you don't try, but it's still a bit hard, but it's not, like, downright annoying. Because hard mode, I'm just gonna have to grind. We all know that. But, you know. This is still a good enough challenge. Why would I attack near the flower? 100% my bad. I can... Also, the health. The health is a major factor. He has like 60,000 health on hard mode. Right now, he has like 20,000, which is a lot less. I didn't even get him this low on hard mode. Oh, wow. Okay, I see you came to stream. Alright, this boss is basically history. Once we get him low. If I can get up. Alright, we still have like 12 life bottles, so we're good. Get Rita up. Rita back up and cast Fireball. Perfect. He's almost down. Bro, we're at the end. Don't die on me. Alright, that's fine. I'm gonna actually hold up on getting him up. Alright, he's down.
We won!
Now Halor is safe as well.
I don't know.
Very difficult boss, even on normal mode.
These are the threads that weave our future.
Yeah, Wildcat, welcome to the stream. I'm not sure if I saw you. If not, welcome. You got 2 welcomes.
What the heck? It hardly put up a fight.
Carol, like that line that Carol said is probably bound to be a meme somewhere in the Tales of Vesperia fandom. I bet you that's a meme.
But there could be a dozen more just around the corner.
No worries. Seriously.
Well, let's just hope there aren't too many more where it came from.
Carol, that's like the hardest boss for the time they put it at. That's probably the hardest boss other than someone later I do not want to mention because it's kind of a spoiler. So how did I not get a single level from that fight? Whatever. It's all good.
Let's work together.
Bum, bum.
Holy power, damn it, this modest voice is dangerous. Holy power, come to me. First aid. Dawn blaze, burn. Fireball. Holy power, come to me. First aid.
This? No.
Oh yeah, of course, dude. This is a spoiler-free. I played the game before, but this is a spoiler-free run. If you are watching this and you have not played the game, I try to make this newcomer friendly. Like I might say something that happens later in the game that I don't consider a spoiler, like, oh, later in the game this happens. I'm not gonna be 100% blind, but I'm not gonna drop a big story spoiler. I would never. Yeah, I am playing this so newcomers can just watch and not worry about spoilers if they're playing this for the first time. It's how I make all my current playthroughs.
It's beautiful. This is...
Cue the Grandia music. Edge of the world.
Look, Yuri. It's the ocean.
I can see that. The wind feels great.
I've seen pictures in books before, but I've never seen it up close like this.
Well, people don't usually travel outside the barriers. If we keep going, we can see all sorts of things, like the jungle or the city of waterfalls.
There are so many more things we could learn, if only our journey would continue.
I guess it's true. I really was living in a small world.
That's a rare moment of sincerity coming from you.
It's your first time seeing it too, right?
Well, yes, but
Aw, you must have had such a lonely life, tied to your research like that.
having you pity me makes me want to jump off this cliff.
This water has traversed the world's oceans and has seen all there is to see. The ocean binds the lands of our world together.
Here she goes again. It's really just one big puddle, you know.
Whatever. You were pretty moved back there too. Huh?
So this is the world as he sees it.
Yuri?
Flynn must have stood on this spot earlier and looked out at the same scene.
That's true. His duties do take him to many different places.
Always telling me to catch up with him. Easy for him to say.
Nor Harbor is just around the corner from Emmett Hill. We'll catch up to him in no time.
That's not what I was talking about.
Huh? What do you mean?
All right, let's get moving before LeBlanc and friends show up again.
Just follow the ocean road to the west after leaving here to get to Nor Harbor. We can't miss it.
We'll have plenty more chances to see the ocean. Your journey will continue for as long as you want. It's all up to you. You've made it this far, haven't you?
That's true.
Last one down's a rotten egg!
You're gonna fall if you don't watch out.
Oh!
Idiot.
Oh man. There's actually a side quest we can do, but do we have to examine this cliff? This is definitely the cliff that the side quest is referring to. Hold up, give me a sec. Open up my spreadsheet or my Google Docs, whatever you want to call it. At the cliffs, check for a small gravestone. Oh, there should be a gravestone here. Yeah, I got it. What's this supposed to be? Is it a grave, perhaps? A grave in a place like this? Actually, this is just the type of place I expect to see one. What do you mean? You know, like the grave of someone who plotted against the Empire and failed. If you wanted to bury somebody and keep it quiet, you want a place like this with no one around. Huh, wonder if that's what I've got in store for me. Don't say such things. That isn't funny. I wasn't exactly kidding. It's just a fact of life that some folks from the lower quarter never get a funeral or a proper burial. What happens to them then? They get cremated and have their ashes scattered over a river or a field usually. Are you telling the truth? How did we get started talking about something like this? Because we're trying to figure out what a long grave is doing in a place like this. Yeah, so just who does it belong to? I wonder. Luckily, my guide shows me. I think we're heading back to Halor now. Yes. This is incredibly missable. Apparently, this is our only window of opportunity to do this. So we have to go back to Halor, and then after that, we head to the Blastia in Amid Hill, the one that was blocking the path. Getting close to where you currently are. You might have told me this, Wildcat, but where were you again? What was the place you described? I might know where you ended up. You might have mentioned to me the first stream, but I forgot. Leave me alone. I just want to go back to Halor.
From behind? Oh, man.
Oh wait, were you in Dawngrest or something like that? You might have told me you were in the forest where you met Raven. That might have been it. I could be wrong.
It's an ambush! We can still overcome this.
Town right before Raven joins you? Okay, yeah, Dawngrest. Yeah, we did talk about that. I am pretty close to that. I am doing side quests, so time will tell if I'm gonna make it there today. It's possible. It's not super far away. It's not super far away, but also not super close. It highly depends on how I play the game and how quick some of the bosses take. But I don't think there's another difficult boss, at least that I can think of. I don't think there's another difficult boss other than Gatuso, which is the wolf we just fought. This is a side quest, right? Pretty sure. Afterwards, backtrack to Halor, speak with the couple located near the entrance. Alright. So, all we have to do is talk to these guys. If you head for the sea from here, you can't help running into Amid Hill. They say there's the remains of some monster in the ground about halfway up. The story goes that this monster was as long as the trunk of the Tree of Halor. Big, right? Not long ago, I caught sight of the gallant man on my way home from the port city. He was tall and slender with silver hair, but he was headed into the mountains and nobody's seen him since. He was too handsome to be a hermit. I wonder who he could have been. That was the scene. Then I think I interact with this grave. There's a grave here, I think. Or maybe that was the side quest event, possibly. Or was it up here in the tree? No, there's no grave up here. Oh, there's 2 chests I missed. A nectar bottle and a holy bottle. Sick. How did I miss that? Actually, I can kind of see myself missing that, because the camera doesn't really show you unless you go there. Yeah, I know what bosses are next. I just don't think they're as difficult as Gatuso. I mean, I guess Zagi can be. But even then, I think Zagi's a lot easier with 4 party members. I just think Gatuso is like easily a difficulty spike in the game. So like, I just think Gatuso is very difficult, and I'm not trying to undermine the other bosses. I just think they're much more manageable than Gatuso based on where they're placed in the game. If I remember correctly. Of course, I could be remembering wrong.
You want revenge?
You know, I think it'd be better if we turn back. How come? This is where that broken Blastia is. I know that. Come on, let's go back. If the knights find us, we'll get in trouble. I just want to have a look at that Blastia. I'm just going to look. You might get caught. I'm not that much of a klutz. Rita? Hey now. Ekaterin. Ekaterin? She named that Blastia, didn't she? I love how Rita just goes around naming Blastia and how she thinks of him as her friends. All set? Yes. There's nothing that I can do for her. It's just too cruel. I mean, I can understand that Blastia are very valuable items, but when did we establish that the Blastia was a girl? It's not about how valuable they are. Countless people have given their lives to make human civilization what it is. And Blastia have been living together with mankind all of that time. They're more than just a simple tool that we use. Well, it's certainly clear that Blastia are very important to Rita. If you're all finished here, we should be on our way. Okay. Is that the end of that? Don't want to get caught by the guards, thanks to you-know-who. Fine, I just won't go near that Blastia, alright? Alright, so we can't go near there, right? Is that all the, I want to make sure that's all the side quests before I move on. Alright, I did check the grave. I named the Blastia Ekaterin. That one's done. And at the cliff... Oh, so all that's done. Everything else can be done in Cap 1 Nowhere, which is also known as the next story location. We'll get on with that now. By the way, Wildcat, how is my audio, my mic? Am I loud enough for the game? Can you hear me clearly? I had to make some audio tweaks yesterday, and I just want to make sure that the balancing is good because of all that. As we all know, I am terrible at audio balancing.